going to solve this system using substitution. And if you notice what's different about this than some of the other ones is one of these equations is linear. Okay, the one on the top makes a line, but the one on the bottom is not linear. Because of this square, this is actually a quadratic, and it's going to make a parabola. So let me show you what this is going to look like. The parabola is here like a smiley face. And then this line would have a negative slope. It looks like this. And where do these two graphs have the same point? Well, in two different places. One would be here, and one would be here. So we should have two solutions to this system. All right, now I need to substitute. I need to plug one into the other. And since this y is already solved for, I'm going to plug the bottom one into the top. You could do this any way you want, but because this y is already solved for, I'm going to take this y and I'm going to put it right where that y is. So this thing goes right there where this y is. Okay, let's see it in action. X plus y equals 2. But instead of y, I'm going to use what I know y is from the other equation, x squared minus 10. All right, now I have an equation. It is not linear. It is quadratic because of that squared. So let's straighten this out. This will be x squared plus x minus 10 equals 2. And you probably know from solving quadratic equations that the first step is to get this equal to 0. So let's subtract 2 on both sides. Different color. That'll give me a 0 over here on the right. I'll subtract 2 on the left. I know it's going to combine with the minus 10. So now I have x squared plus x minus 12 equals 0. And I put a smiley face in that 0. I can factor. I don't think this one, I think this one's pretty straightforward. This will be an x and an x. Two numbers that multiply to give me 12 and subtract to give me 1. That's going to be 3 and 4. To get a positive 1, I need a plus 4 and a minus 3. So I have two solutions here. What would I plug in here to get a 0? And what would I plug in here to get a 0? I'm going to have x equals 3 and x equals negative 4. All right, now that's the x values of these 2 points that I put here in purple. So now I need to find the y values. I could plug this into the x in the first equation or into the second equation. Even though I have a square, the second equation looks a little easier to me because the y is already solved for. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say y equals x squared minus 10. Y equals x squared minus 10. Okay, and this is a little dangerous here because you have to remember that whatever you plug in, if it's negative, it will happen twice. It's going to multiply itself twice, so it will become positive. Here it doesn't matter. This is y equals 3 squared is 9, and 9 minus 10 is negative 1. So our first solution is 3 and negative 1. 3 is my x value, negative 1 is my y value. Now let's do it again. Y equals x squared minus 10, but what I'm going to plug in for my x value is a negative 4. Okay, you need these parentheses here. Your calculator may tell you negative 16 if you don't put the parentheses, but we know that a negative times a negative is a positive 16. And then 16 minus 10 is 6. So when x is negative 4, y is 6. That's my x comes first, my y comes second. And these are my two solutions to this system of equations.